As we talk about energy sources, maybe we have idea, right? So in this video, I'm gonna share or explain what is the energy sources. Based on this topic, which is alternative energy is a part of energy sources. Actually, energy sources are separated into two. There are this alternative energy and also conventional energy. Alternative energy is referred to the energy that cannot be depleted and can be used again and again in the future. So alternative energy also can be divided into two. There are renewable energy and nuclear power. But why nuclear power is not a renewable energy? Because nuclear power consists of materials that cannot be replenished. However, nuclear power is still can be used or cannot be depleted. So the examples of alternative energy is like wind, wave, solar, and so on. It's different with the conventional energy or non-renewable energy that cannot be replenished or can be depleted one day. An example is petroleum. As you can see on the slide, the scope of topic, I have included the benefits of alternative energy to the economy, society, and environment, and also the sustainability of the source. For me, this alternative energy bring more advantages to the future.
Welcome. So today we are going to discuss about the renewable energy for the future. So for the current issue, we have peak carbon emissions. So peak carbon emissions, as we know, have raised our global temperature into a higher degree. This is because largely carbon emitted into our atmosphere, especially from China, the biggest carbon emission country recorded. So this is the issue number one. So number two, we have a high energy demand for the upcoming 2050. So this high energy demand shown that the energy demand for electrical have raised the price twice as much as for the transportation, and furthermore, OECD country consume more energy than non-OECD country. OECD country will refer to the mostly Asian country like China and Southeast Asia, and non-OECD country will refer to the Western country, mostly Western country like the USA and Britain and so on. So the last but not least, we have increased demand for renewable energy. So increased demand for renewable energy. As we know that the price of oil per barrel have been fluctuating and very unstable for this year. So since then, the citizens have chose renewable energy which have more stable price around the years, and this is because of the pandemic COVID-19 itself. The OPEC have currently raised and dropping the price every time. So this is the right time for renewable energy to be used because of its stable price. So the factors on current issues. So we have human capacity increased tremendously during the 2050. This is when the population of the world may raise up to 10 billion people for 2050, and then raise again to 11 billion people during the 2100. Okay, this high growth rate showed mostly in Asian country, rather than Western countries. So next point, we have relied on fossil fuel. We relied too much on fossil fuel because fossil fuel is our daily essential. We use fossil fuel in transportation, in military, in the use of farm and crops and so on. So we use fuel too much. So we may have to overcome this by using renewable energy. I don't know, maybe. So last but not least, we have high upfront and maintenance costs. So the cost for renewable energy, the renewable energy plant station, is so high that it overcome its functionality. So with this great price, the world right now cannot reach the economy stability. Yeah. So for example, we have Tesla cars. The battery pack itself costs around 21,000 euro, where you can buy a car around 25,000 euro, 3,000 or to 4,000 euro difference, but showing that the fossil fuels right now is dominating over the renewable energy. But then, as we know, renewable energy may be used in the future, so we hope so to save our planet and for our future.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Ain Fatihah binti Mat Zaki from CEH 2431. I will be presenting three parts of this presentation, which is the alternative energy for the future, the utilization technology, as well as the potential of this alternative energy development in Malaysia. So basically, there are three types of alternative energy that we propose in this project, which are wind energy, solar energy, and hydro energy. Wind energy can be defined as the movement of air across the Earth's surface. But how wind is born? So basically, the wind is born due to the phenomenon called sea breeze and land breeze. Sea breeze occur when the air above the ground are warmer than the air above the seas. Therefore, the hot air above the ground will expand and rising, thus letting the cooler air from the seas pour in. However, the land breeze occur during the night. So, how does the wind energy being converted into electrical power? Generally, the kinetic energy of the wind will be transformed into electrical energy by using turbines, and this will be discussed further later. The second type of alternative energy is solar energy. Solar energy resulted from the sun radiation that being captured and converted into energy. It will directly turn the sunlight into usable energy by using silicon that help to capture the energy. Moreover, the silicon is one of the major components in the photovoltaic cells. The third type of alternative energy is the hydro energy. Basically, the hydro energy is the energy obtained from the motion of water. It can generate electricity by using hydroelectric power. This section aims to show the utilization technology for each type of alternative energy proposed in this project. We can use wind turbine to utilize the wind energy. Wind turbines can help to gather the wind energy by the spinning blades that drives a generator through appropriate shafts and gear. The energy generated are in the form of electrical energy. Meanwhile, for the solar energy, we can utilize it by using photovoltaic cells. The process of harnessing the solar energy begins when the light hits the photovoltaic cells and being absorbed by its semiconductor. This incoming light will freeze the electron in the semiconductor and will ultimately generate electricity. Furthermore, in order to utilize energy from the hydro, we can use hydroelectric power. Usually, dams will use the kinetic energy from the flowing water of a river to transform it into mechanical energy via a turbine. The turbine later will convert the mechanical energy to the electrical energy, and it will be supplied to the consumer.
Challenge. In challenge, we have wind energy. First, in wind energy, we have cost. Turbine and wind farm are highly expensive to build. Technology advances that increase dependability and energy output while lowering system capital expense can help to address the high cost of energy import. Second, lack of government support and initiative. Wind does not fall under the REA category of renewable resources, according to the first column in the schedule of the REA. The government's only resource of finance for wind power plant development is the Green Technology Financing Scheme 2.0. Third, wind speed. Malaysian average annual wind speed is 1.8 meter per second, which does not meet the requirement for wind turbine. Noise pollution. Wind turbine produce two types of noise, mechanical and aerodynamic noise. Second, solar energy. In solar energy, we have cost. The cost will vary based on a number of factors, including the year of construction, the current currency rate, and the fact that solar panels, which are imported, make up a significant portion of the cost. Second, chemical produced in solar manufacturing. The most common material for solar cell nowadays is silicon, which is made from quartz. To become an unusable form of silicon, quartz must be mined and cooked in a furnace, which release sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide into environment. To make thin or ultra-thin solar cellular, TFPV technology only requires a small number of semiconductor materials. Sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, hydrogen fluoride, and nitric acid are among the chemical utilized in the semiconductor business. 3. Hydro energy. First, destroy habitat of aquatic life. Hydropower dam can block fish movement and ruin aquatic life habitats. Second, cost. Hydro project of any size must have a considerable fixed cost element throughout the design and permitting stage, and to a lesser extent during the building stage. Even tiny hydropower systems are disproportionately expensive. 3. Flood risk. A dam can also be damaged and break and allow water to flow freely behind it. For example, the Bangkok Dam collapsed in August 1975. How to overcome? First, wind energy. We have offshore wind farms. Offshore wind farms have the potential to generate up to 50% more power than onshore wind farms, since the wind speed is more steady and higher. High wind resource availability of 4.1 meter per second and maximum potential during the north monsoon season at the coast of Terengganu and face the South China Sea. Second, government needs support wind energy. The government, public-private partnership, and private money are all expected to contribute to the planned investment. To encourage private engagement, the government will surely need to support private financing. 3. Noise pollution. Mechanical noise we can decrease by design with side-to-gear wheel or placing acoustic insulation on the turbine housing interior. Why? Aerodynamic noise we can carefully design blades to minimize this type of noise. Solar energy. Method to prevent environmental concern, we can waste minimization and recycling. 3. Hydro energy. Hydro picking. We need to eliminate hydro picking on just 2 days of the week will give insect a chance of recover. It might also help fish by restoring a more natural food web.
These sections aim to discuss further about the potential of the 3 alternative energy proposed in our country. Begin with the wind energy. Malaysia is one of the countries that has high potential in developing wind as an energy source. This is because the country are blasted by strong wind from the Indian Oceans and South China Sea. However, the government assistance and incentive are needed to develop wind energy in Malaysia. Besides, Malaysia also has higher potential in developing solar energy. This is due to the country's positions near the equator, making the country one of the greatest sun absorption worldwide. Therefore, large-scale rooftop solar can be feasible deployment in choices in Malaysia. Meanwhile, Malaysia is also blessed with abundance of water sources and receive high rain volume per year, which can be used to generate power, make it one of the world's largest hydropower potential. Moreover, the Malaysian government also has promoted the use of small hydropower through feed-in tariff in the country.
Going on the current issues have made these alternative energy sources as an important towards energy consumption portfolio. However, we might face a lot of challenges to create the technologies based on the alternative energy, but we can arrange a plan to overcome this problem.